resurrection.
Ankara's dead, and so is Titan. And for a moment, I thought both you and Core were dead, because when Core brought you back, she sort of passed out from the exhaustion of the resurrection. And then you two were apparently kidnapped by the dregs of the cultists.
Correction. Catnap. You get it? Because I'm a cat?
May-Ighe chuckles a little bit. But that's sort of what's happened in the last few days. Or actually in the last week.
Well, I'm sorry for the loss we've suffered. We've lost some good people. But you're all the rest of you are still here and strong, which I'm glad.
Yeah, we're here. And then May-Ighe just looks over to Core for a split second, and then looks back at Leander. Yeah, we're all here, and that's the important thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, enjoy the rest of the bunny. Who's watch? Who's doing? How are we divvying up the watches tonight?
Yeah, I can take the first one. Yeah, Eugene can take the first one.
Should we do this in pairs so that we have two people on every watch?
I was going to say I'll stay up with Eugene. I think I've been asleep long enough.
Sounds good. It gives us a little bonding time since we haven't really talked.
Yeah. I'll go second watch.
And I'll go the same time as Iris.
Perfect, which will probably be the same time. So you guys will keep watch and be accompanied with Core. Since Core will if Core does sleep during the first watch, he'll be up during the second.
Well, if we're doing the watches, if they're 4 hours each, how are we doing the watches?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Well, whoever is a caster needs a full 8 uninterrupted. Yeah, that would be everyone but May-Ighe. And
But could it be split up so that they sleep before, they do a watch before, and then they sleep again before, so they still get the 8?
yeah, I mean, I have no problem with that. If you guys want to do it that way, as long as you get 8 hours of sleep, I think that's what the most important thing is. So what we'll do, we'll do it, 4 hours. Well, still it'll be 4 then 8. So we won't worry really about the time. We'll just say the first, second, and then whoever else wants to be awake during that time, they can. So while the group goes to sleep, we'll have Eugene and Leander stay up and kind of watch everything. Chit chat amongst themselves, and Eugene will ask Leander if were you comfortable? Did you have any good dreams? Any side effects? Any stiffness of bones? As he has a notepad out and he's gonna take down.
No, I feel overly tired, if that helps.
Do you feel any vomiting coming along?
No.
Do you have the urge to kill?
No.
And you know who we are? Perfect. And let's see, what's the last question? Ah. Who was the first person you met out of the group?
Corn.
Okay, good. The memory's still intact. Sorry, there's a lot of side effects of what I did to you guys, so I gotta just make sure that you aren't suffering any of these.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that help?
A little bit. It just leaves me with the extra last one that I usually don't like telling people of. Delusion. It's usually when combat happens, you will be in a delusional state, so you won't be able to tell friend from foe until you attack them. But that should only last an hour if that ever happens.
That seems pretty important.
It is, but you two are the only successful test subjects that I had.
Wow. Thanks.
You guys came to me, remember?
I did not do anything.
I had to come up with ways to save your life, teleport in and out, and everything. You know how bad I have to poop, but I have so much arcane buildup that I can't? I'm sorry, everyone else is asleep, so at least I can tell it to you.
Again, I didn't come to you. I was knocked out.
And I was studying, but we don't get to pick what happens to us.
Unfortunately not.
But I am happy to see that you are able to come out of that model.
Wait, you didn't think I was going to come out?
Oh no, I had no idea that would work.
Wow.
It's
Entire life.
well, no, I just needed to use another Arcanist, and to know that another Arcanist can get on the same frequency as my Arcane, as long as they know the password to use my stuff. That's what the test was about. So hey, it worked.
No.
What?
Never the subject again.
What? I'm just glad everyone was safe and sound, and that. Do you smell like lavender?
Thank you.
Oh, you do smell like lavender. What did Iris do? That must be a side effect. Let me write that down.
Just put that book down and live in the moment.
I don't know how to live in the moment, okay? That would be.
So he grabs the book from him.
Oh, God damn it, not again.
Just sit and look up at the stars and take a breath. And just breathe.
Ooh, fun fact about the stars. If you read
I don't
this.
want to hear anything about the stars.
Okay.
Worse than I warned.
Worse in a good way or worse in a bad way? Because it's depending on how you use that in a sentence.
He said ward.
Award?
Ward.
Ah.
Like his apprentice.
Yeah. Eugene was just pondering the word choice.
In a bad way?
Oh. Do you want to know a fun fact, though?
No.
Can I tell you it anyways?
No. Say it in your head.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So, over your Irene, you hear. Because that's a thing. You will hear that your Irene will come on. Leander is back online. So you hear that in your own head as well, and usually like that was a fun fact. I'm able to hack your guys' Irene and hear all your conversations. It's okay. I heard a lot of stuff. That May-Ighe gives really good speeches. They're really depressing sometimes, but they're really good.
Really, I really need to learn boundaries.
Oh, that's okay. Oh, okay. Now I heard that one before.
Why does Corn like you yet?
Wait, she likes me?
Not in that way.
Oh, Eugene will get up and walk away at that point.
Hurt his feelings. How is he supposed to know what Corn feels? She just sees him interact with him and be like, oh, she must like him.
So that interaction was fun. I love it.
Wait,
What?
Corn, wait.
Oh, you're awake?
Yeah.
Okay.
He goes to find that pond area.
Okay. Is this after the conversation or during the conversation?
During.
Okay. So during the conversation, they won't notice that you get up and walk away.
What part though?
What was that?
I said she did hear the poop part.
Great. Great for Eugene. All right. So during that midst of that conversation, they won't notice you, just slowly get up and go to the pond. So what do you do at this pond?
Since what time is it?
Late at night?
Late at night? Alright.
11?
Well, she's gonna pray to her God because her prayer time is usually at night.
Okay.
But she is actually going to cleanse herself in the water.
Explain.
She's gonna get butt ass naked and get in the pond.
Not that. I mean, like, what do you mean by cleansing? That's what I'm asking.
Like, praying to her God and cleansing her soul of what everything that she's been through, and
Okay.
also cleaning her, literally cleaning herself.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know.
What else naked in there?
No, I'm gonna do it with my armor and everything on. That's how we clean. Alright, so you're gonna be butt ass naked in a pond for a little bit.
She also takes. She has a spare shirt, so she shreds it and takes it with her in the pond. She's crying over it.
Okay. So during the prayer time, during Leander's conversation with Eugene, to Eugene walking off, let's have Iris and May-Ighe both roll me just a d20. Actually, you know what? Go ahead and do your d20 plus your wisdom.
Yeah. Oh, natural 20.
Yeah. Natural 1?
Best and the worst.
You know what? You know what? I got this. This is probably one of the rarest moments I can do this in. But we're gonna do it. So, because this is the perfect thing for you two, of someone rolling a 20 and someone rolling a 1 when it involves you two.
I love that Ben Stan and I just had this look
So May, as you have a wonderful dream. Your dream is so, wonderful. You're with your daughter. Brings you joy. I'm assuming you call her your daughter at this point, your receptionist.
I call her my baby sister.
Okay, sorry. I thought okay, so your sister. So you're with your baby sister. You're showing her around. You guys are having a nice day. Um, you meet Iris for lunch. You're just having a nice dream overall. Introducing your baby sister to your adventuring group and to Iris and everyone. It's just going really well. For Iris, on the other hand, you're having the worst nightmare ever. As in that replaying of the night you guys got your ass kicked. Just replays, just traumatized and everything. But this is a time where you didn't get to see what happened to Adkar and Typhon, but in your dream you're putting this like picture together that Typhon got thunder blown through his chest, that Adkar got stabbed in the chest with the half dragon sword, and that he goes over to the rest of your party and just slaughters them and just leaves you to be the last one. But instead of killing you, chains you up and makes you a slave to the cult. Kind of starts to do the whole bossing, say brainwashing, and all that lovely stuff. And this goes on, for what seems like eternity in both of you guys' dreams, till about halfway through your night. Well, let's say a good majority of the way. You guys actually link up in your dream to where you guys start to have a shared dream. To where as you're enjoying this lovely dream and everything, Iris just goes and slaughters the party, and then leaves you and your sister for last. Iris, you can just see that you're doing this in front of May-Ighe. And the feelings you guys are getting in this dream is totally mixed between what you're originally feeling to happy to sad, which wasn't your original dream about. It feels like there's something wrong with this dream. And this goes on for the rest of the time, and you guys will both wake up in a cold sweat while Leander is coming to kind of just tell you guys it's your turn to take watch.
Are you alright there, bud?
Yeah. Fine. Just and then I look over straight to Iris.
How does Iris wake up after this? Does she even get up, or does she just laying there?
She's just gonna lay there. She's obviously gonna be awake, but she's not gonna show how disturbed she is.
All right.
Having high charisma.
Are you okay there, Iris?
Yeah, I'm fine.
So I get up and I start to get ready for the watch.
Your turn.
Okay, so as you guys both get ready to take your watch, you both notice that Core and Eugene are not here.
I start to look around for Core and Eugene.
Iris is gonna be like, brown chicken, we're a cow.
Core, did you ever come back in the time, or are you gonna come back in the morning?
Is that question for my sister?
Yeah.
She hadn't been in the bathroom. She said
Oh.
what?
Well, I can wait until she gets back.
Wait, hold on. Leander, didn't you watch with Eugene?
Yes.
Where's Eugene?
I don't know. He walked up when I said that Cord didn't like him in that way.
Where'd he go?
I don't know. Where did Core go? Again, he went like that way. I don't know.
Well,
Fine.
well, I don't know. Core, both of them are magic users and they really need rest.
Well, he's probably out there looking for Core and asking if what I said was true. I don't know. Was he some like little lovesick puppy or something?
Well, they seem to have a thing.
How was I supposed to know? I was passed out for most of it.
I mean, true, but
Shouldn't have taken my words so seriously.
I think we should go look for them just to make sure they're okay.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna leave Ed Cara on the scene, even though he's not here.
At Kara?
Yeah. Oh.
You mean our dead party member?
No, that's what she says in game. Iris says it's okay. We'll leave At Kara here.
You mean we're gonna leave
Iris?
Fuego here?
That one guy with the great job?
Both Fuego and Scarlet.
Yes.
Okay. I feel like at least one person should stay here that's awake.
I'll stay here.
Okay. Alright,
In pairs. Stay together. Don't get lost.
we won't. I take out an arrow and I sort of have it sort of ready to go. And then I start to go in the direction.
All right. So you guys will, I'm assuming, both travel together to head out in the direction Leander pointed. So Core, for just timing purposes, how long do you spend cleansing yourself?
So probably spend about half an hour to an hour.
Okay. What do you do afterwards?
I think she's just gonna sit there and meditate a little bit.
10-4. All right, so you guys go ahead, and Iris and May, go ahead and roll me a investigation check.
I'm also going to be sneaky about it.
10-4.
So, investigation is a 16.
And a 12.
All right.
And my stealth is a 21.
Okay, so go ahead and then do me a survival as well.
Okay, I got a 12.
Okay, Iris, you too.
Okay.
That 13 minus 1.
Yeah. Okay, not too bad. So with your investigation, your survival, and your stealth, you guys do. It takes you a little time, but with helping each other, finding the tracks, finding the way to whatever footprints you are following. During this time, do you guys want to talk to each other, or do you want to save it for later?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys will eventually find Core at a pond. I'm assuming with her feet inside the ponds is splashing around, relaxing, maybe. Whatever Core is doing at this point at the moment after she's done cleansing herself.
I step out, breaking my stealth. Hey, you okay?
What?
Well, Eugene sort of stormed off during his watch, and we want to make sure that you guys were okay. I haven't seen Eugene, but came across you.
I don't know where we haven't seen them.
Okay. Do you plan on staying here for the night, or do you plan on going back to camp?
I was going to go back.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll try and find Eugene. I turn on my eye ring, and I go, Eugene. Eugene.
No response?
No response.
Huh?
Correct. No response.
Okay.
Iris has an idea. Let's go back to camp. Maybe we'll be within range at that point.
Okay, that sounds good. And
How far is camp from that location?
We'll say half a mile.
Couldn't have wandered too far.
okay.
Can't be far. Leander has his book. We won't go that far without his book. Yeah.
We just go back and all of a sudden Leander's dead and the book's gone.
Damn it! You ruined the surprise.
Okay, so I start to head back to camp with Iris. Core, are you staying or are you coming?
Thanks for all of your longer. That keeps here.
Okay.
Bye.
Well, just be safe.
Alright, so you guys will head back to camp. Cole is hanging out at a pond for a little longer.
Does Core sense that he's in the area near her?
Okay.
Huh?
I said okay.
But
Does Core. Okay. Go ahead and roll me a what would be perception. You can sense that there is someone in the area, yes.
He was spying on her, seeing her naked and everything.
I said someone. Don't jump the gun there.
Now he's gonna redo his whole scenario he had planned out.
Peter putting two characters together in a spot where they have to somehow be communicative and do shit together? Wow, crazy.
Wow, that's so 2012, Peter.
Like 8 years ago? Damn, you had to go 8 years ago?
Core will use use her channel of divinity.
Okay.
And charm plants. She can talk to them too.
Okay.
She wants to know if they know, like, can see or like know who is around her. Like, can they make out a description?
So what's the actual spell? Talk to plants? Okay, I'm gonna have to read. Is the spell actually called Talk to Plants?
It's her channel divinity specialty. Each cleric has a different one.
So, wait. So read me what exactly it does.
She's looking for it.
Oh, okay.
It would be whatever her domain is for cleric.
It's actually speech of peace and life. You can communicate with thought, not understand, through not understand peace and plants, and have advantage on charisma checks to influence them.
So I would say you would
But
just.
it says you have it's actually fearful magic.
Okay.
Actually, it says you have the ability to communicate in a limited manner with beasts and plants. They can understand the meaning of your words through though you have no special ability to understand them in return. You have advantage on all charisma checks. Make to influence them.
Okay. I'm assuming it's a little bit more like. I don't know how exactly it will work on plants. But I couldn't understand how it works for like beasts, you know, just like, hey, come down, boy, or can you point us to where this person is?
Some kind of like poisonized. That's what I was just about to say. Like she can communicate with them and like kind of not like entirely bend them to her will, but they can understand her. And that's what I'm getting from it.
Okay, so then I'll whatever you ask them, I'll have them give a general response. Again, you won't be able to understand them, but they'll give you like a body language. So like, are you wanting to ask like a tree, a flower, or you just want to ask her the planet?
No, I'll leave it. Never mind.
Okay.
You should go over your eye ring. Huh? You should go over your eye ring.
Can Irene detect if it's him?
You can ask if he's in the area.
Irene is in the area.
Unfortunately, I am not able to detect a Eugene on this server at the current moment. The people I have on this server are Iris, May-Ighe, Fireworks in the background, and Leander.
What? I was talking about cookies. He's supposed to say he's on that server. No, he said all.
I also have Adkara, Scarlet, and Typhon.
Can I tell in which direction that person might be?
Yeah, you kind of feel like they're more towards camp. In that general direction of if you were to walk in that, you'll hit camp, but at the same time it could be a little bit off of camp, just in a general direction of camp.
head up and start walking towards camp.
All right. May I and Iris, you guys will get to camp. Everyone else will be up. Eugene still won't be there, but Leander, I do believe, is asleep at this current moment.
May I will talk over the iron and go.
Say that one time.
What?
I said, say that one more time. I didn't hear what you said.
I was on the iron saying, Eugene.
Okay.
Are you here?
You hear some static from the Irene, but you eventually get a yes.
Eugene, where'd you go?
Up a tree.
Is that where you're staying for the night?
No, I just don't know how to get down.
Hey, Iris, can you help me get Eugene down from the tree? How did you get up the tree?
I'm good. I can do this by myself. Don't want to know.
Okay, well, we were worried about you because when we woke up to do our shift, you were gone. Up to a cord.
Oh, Cord's gone? Is she okay?
She's fine. She just over by some little lane thing.
Oh, cool. Oh, no, I was trying to mess with my Irene, so I had it off for a while.
Okay. Well, you should probably get some sleep so that you can read some of your magic stuff.
Yeah, I'll definitely get some sleep.
Okay. Would you like me to just walk away and let you do your thing?
Yes.
Iris is back to sleep, but she's just like, no, we need to go get him.
Yeah, I'm perfectly capable of getting down from this big, tall tree that we haven't seen since we got here.
Okay, that seems like code for something.
Yeah.
Can I do some sort of insight check just to gauge, like, because it feels like Eugene's giving this, like, secret code for something. Am I able to see if, like, there's something going on?
Yeah, go ahead and do a sense motive. Insight, thank you. I was like, which one is that again?
14.
Okay. Anyone who has their Irene on can do it.
I got a 20. Got a 20?
Insight. God. Well, luckily, y'all know that something's up. That he is trying to say something without being too obvious.
Okay, at that point, I just go and wake everybody else at the camp.
All right, so everyone else gets woken up.
Hey, Fuego. Scar, get up. Get up.
I like how Fuego makes me use the red light right now.
Right?
It's pretty bad enough, man. Those are blink lights, but you know, it's all good. I won't tell if you don't tell. There's something going on with Eugene. Come on. Okay.
Let's go.
And then I walk everybody, including Leander, towards wherever Eugene is.
What's going on with him?
Don't know. He sent a weird message to us, and it did not feel right, so we are going to go to him.
Okay, so I've really not been able to hear most of what's going on, plus my family's doing things. What is going on?
Okay, so Eugene is giving cryptic messages that makes it feel like something's wrong.
And he is not here.
Yeah, he went off. He stormed off on his watch because Leander said something that made him upset, and now he's in trouble.
Didn't storm off.
Words hurt him.
Words hurt him, but we think something even worse is going on.
He said he was in a tree, but it's very difficult to get down from said tree because it is very tall.
And it's the tree that we have not seen before.
And it's not around us.
As far as we know, no. But we kind of know the general direction in which he is in.
Irene.
Well, let's head out. See if we can help him out.
Irene,
Why not?
Irene pinpointed the direction of Eugene.
Worst case, I can set the tree on fire, and he'll either fall down or he won't.
Okay.
I mean, it's an option.
Setting trees to fire may cause a forest fire, which will kill a lot of living creatures. Would you like to proceed and burn forest?
Irene, give me the precise location of Eugene.
Unfortunately, you do not have access to that location.
That must not have his location turned on.
Eugene, turn on your location.
About that, can't.
Why not?
That'd be really convenient if they had this.
Well, my hands are currently tangled in some vines.
Okay, just hang tight. I
And
turned on Irene to go.
Fucking damn! Did he do that again when I was talking? You know what? I'm done. Okay, you know what? Hey, can someone else hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
No, you turned yours off.
No, I didn't.
Bastard.
No, I'm being serious.
No, Eugene's calling you a bastard. He was like, bastard.
Oh. Okay, so when I turned off my hearing, did I hear Eugene, like his actual voice, or did I hear him through my device?
You heard through the device, but you got like the last word of "did he," and then your thing cut off because you turned it off.
Okay, we gotta go find Eugene.
We know kind of what direction he went because Leander pointed.
Camille, he had a lot of magic and stuff on him, right? If we, is there a magic user that knows, like, detect magic, and then maybe we'll get a ping?
I can do that.
I can do that.
Okay, well, if someone can do that, you might point us in the right direction.
Detect magic. Poof.
Isn't it a cantrip for you?
Do it.
Isn't that a cantrip?
Yeah, it's a cantrip.
Yeah. Mine is. Oh, okay, cool. Mine is not technically a cantrip.
Right. Yeah, mine's not technically. It's a first level spell, but I can use it as a cantrip. It doesn't cost me anything.
Oh, cool. Yours is fearable to that magic. It's a trait. Like.
God, they're really setting off fireworks next to my house. Well, I know it's usually you get like the small ones and everything, but like these are like redneck fireworks. They like sound like they're literally being shot off in my
I can
front
hear
yard.
them.
Yeah. So if I run out of the house screaming because of fire, don't be alarmed.
Okay.
So yeah, as you detect magic, again, a lot of your fellow party adventurers are lit up, and their auras, they represent auras. Bards are usually more of a colorful aura. Clerics are a little bit more of that gold or bright yellow, depending on how they want to describe their aura. As long as this revolves around like a holiness. May-Ighe doesn't have anything. Leander doesn't have anything because they're not casters. But you do see some faint trail of magic going off.
Let's follow the trail.
Lead the way.
Yeah, you gotta lead because I don't know where you're going. I'm going to sleep.
So do you guys pack up, or do you just leave this camp unguarded?
What?
Do you pack up the camp, or do you leave Scarlet there to guard the camp?
No, I also said I woke up Scarlet too.
Well, I know. Are you guys gonna pack up the camp though?
Yes.
Or are you just gonna? Okay. Wanting to know this order of packing. Okay. So you guys will quickly pack up as quickly as you can and just put everything in the wagons and kind of go off ahead. And Scarlet will follow with both wagons accordingly. You guys will travel for a bit, and as about you guys get 60 feet out, you guys start to hear, or those of you who have your Irenes on will start to hear some humming.
Who's doing the humming?
Do you ask that?
Just so you know, I did a preemptive roll just in case I needed to roll anything while I'm driving while I was at a red light. So, in case I do need to use a roll, I have a roll.
10-4.
I just tried to show it that a minute ago, but I don't know.
I'm gonna turn my eye back on.
May-Ighe has come back on. And so again, everyone will now will hear the.
If you're in trouble, keep humming.
I'm just humming because everyone stopped talking to me. You literally
We're still.
turned off your Irene as I was trying to explain to you where I was.
Man, what did you do?
You all heard me.
I know, and I feel a little hurt by this, but it's okay.
You keep coming to get me.
Are you sure you're just not going to turn off your Irene again?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I forgive you.
So your hands are tied.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Are you by yourself?
Oh God, no.
How many people?
Hold on. Hey, can you turn me around? Cool.
You're supposed to be secret about this. You don't want them to know.
Oh, sorry. Hey, can you turn me back around so I can do it stealthily? Thanks.
Eugene, shut up.
Never mind. You can just, I guess, drag me at this point. Okay, ow. Now they're dragging me.
Eugene, I don't want you to say another word right now.
Okay. Eugene has turned off his Irene.
I do that.
is just very excited about the fact that he is not hearing any of this.
Just stares at everyone like, what the fuck is going on?
I'm pretty sure he would get fireballed as soon as I see him. Just good. I don't even have fireball.
You just will cast it.
Tracks.
What was that?
Can 4 make out enemy tracks?
Yeah, so as you guys, and are kind of like moving at a quicker pace and everything, you guys will get onto like as Fuego is leading the way, he's kind of pointing out, where the arcane is, and you guys can see that, you will see Eugene's footprint, so what looks like you can assume is Eugene's footprints in the mud and dirt, and then it looks like he has stopped at a tree, and then suddenly you see a lot bigger footprints around him with some smaller footprints.
Can we confirm what the footprints were made by?
Yeah, survival.
Why wouldn't that be insight?
May I aid Iris in this?
Yeah.
I'm aiding you, so you get this with advantage.
That doesn't mean anything. Especially with me. Just kidding, it's a 19.
Hey, see?
And what?
May I did help a little bit.
May I just gave up the approval thumbs up, like yeah. Okay, so does anyone else want to do that survival? All right.
I feel like I should.
Yeah, you can.
So that would be a dirty 20 for me.
Woo! Yeah, you guys could distinguishedly determine that these looks like, and actually smells like, orcs and goblin tracks.
Oh, goblins are my specialty.
Well, we like big dumb things and small dumb things, so let's go for it.
All right. So you guys pick up the pace?
Yep.
All
I'm
right.
going to continue to go stealthily.
Okay.
You're going to get left behind.
Well, I do have a cunning action. So I can do my 75 feet, divided by 2, rounded down. I can go 35 feet while I'm stealthing.
All right. So I will keep up with you guys while he's in the shadows. You guys will eventually catch up in about, let's say it's 65 feet ahead. You guys see torches, and it looks like they're constantly moving forward.
So, like, see torches?
Yeah, torch. So you see a light source about 65 feet ahead, and you hear about some chanting going on. Just like, does anyone speak orc or goblin?
I speak goblin.
I gotta help it. I think so. I think they speak Draconic and Infernal. Oh, I speak Goblin!
Ah!
Hey! I speak Giant.
Okay. So for those of you who,
Dwarvish.
so unfortunately it's not dwarvish or giant. For those of you who speak goblin, so for those of you who don't speak goblin, you hear like ooga baga, ah ah ah, ooga baga, ah ah ah. For those of you who speak goblin, you hear pointy hat cook, ah ha ha, pointy hat roast, ah ha ha, pointy hat won't shut the fuck up, ah ha ha.
So I'll turn back around and say they're going to try to cook Eugene.
Must be delicious.
cultists.
Attention.
Isn't this ring not on?
His Irene was turned off because of you. Would you like to leave him a voice message?
Yeah, just leave him that voice message. He'll get it later.
10-4. Sent. He will receive it when he turns it back on. Anything else?
Yes. Thank you so much for your time. And this episode is brought to us by D&D Beyond.
Wonderful.
We're not sponsored.
I will let D&D Beyond know that they willingly not know that they sponsored this video. Even though I don't know what a video is, but thank you.
It's popular in the 21st century. We'll get there.
10-4. Alright, so you guys will, again, pick up the pace. How close do you guys want to get to them? Or do you just want to follow until they stop?
Follow at a safe distance until they stop.
Okay. So they'll travel for about 20 minutes. And they will stop what looks like to be a camp. So as you guys go, I will say, we'll have Leander. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check. Yeah. I believe in you. And 11. Perfect. Oh, God.
11.
Okay.
No, you did it over Loki. It was Loki, I said. It's a plus 6. 24.
24. All right. So that would be the group stealth minus May-Ighe's. So you guys will stealthily get to a point where you can see inside of the camp. I'm assuming that's what you guys want to do. All right. Yeah. What's blocking me?
It's just their moves.
It's the mic thing. I was like, what is this? It's weird. Because it like cuts into my chin. Whoa. Okay. Anyways. So as you guys get there, you can see that Eugene is on a pillar, tied up, and he is speaking Goblin. So from here on, everyone who speaks Goblin, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
I can't currently roll, but can you roll for me or?
We'll take whatever Iris gets. We can have yours be what hers get. Since I did.
Congratulations, we both got a 22.
Yeah. All right.
Because I have plus 6.
You have a plus 4, so yeah.
So as the rest of the group says here is, for the people who speak Goblin, you will pretty much hear this coming from Eugene as, so what you want to do is you want to be able to pyre tall enough so that, when you cook meat, the flavor, he's instructing them on how to cook him correctly. Or what you can do is let me go. I'll offer you up a small halfling as compensation, or I can just teach you how to, collect a lot more shiny. And some of them actually ponder that idea of more shiny. A split second. And you guys start hearing them go, food, shiny. And so now all the goblins and orcs are talking amongst themselves about, are they caring more about food or shiny at this point? Well, so you guys are good from like where Eugene is located. We'll say you guys are good 45 feet.
I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself and just walk up to.
Stop! Don't say it.
Wait. Oh, where'd you go?
He gone.
No.
What did you?
Iris is gonna leave on this freaking goblin.
Okay, well then I'll stay there.
Yeah, just stay put for a hot minute.
I do everything in a hot minute.
Because he's hot-headed. Eh.
Hey guys, I'm just gonna move around a little bit and try and confuse. I'm gonna sneak up a little bit. But when I see people fall, I'll shoot at the ones that are still standing. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So Peter, I'm gonna leave the group, go around, try and stay in that short bow range of 80 feet, and maintaining my stealth. And I'm gonna take a shot. Once I see the people be affected by the sleep, I'll shoot it at the things that are still standing.
All right.
Wait a second though, Iris. If you're gonna make you're not gonna make Eugene go to sleep, right?
It's 20 feet, so it depends. So how are they formed around Eugene?
You can get about 5 of them. Well, without
Because if
affecting
I'm
Eugene.
invisible and I sneak up right next to where Eugene is, then I can, like, whenever they go down to sleep, I'm at his vines. We can get ready for it.
Yes, let's do this idea. So it's a total of 25 hit points. So each of them is affected by 25 hit points.
All right. So 25 total. Said about 5 of them. So okay. So you won't be able to actually get 5 then, just because of the HP of the goblins and orcs. Do you want to focus mainly on the orcs or the goblins?
The goblins probably have a lower HP.
Okay, so you can get about 3 goblins then, since their HP is 7.
Well, it's 25 each.
Not 25 each, and 25 in total. And whichever creature, whatever that hit point is subtracted from the remaining, and it continues going.
So, see, this just says roll 5d to total of how many hit points of creatures this spell can affect.
Within that 20-foot range, that's 25 hit points within that range. Sorry to break your bubble. I know, I'm sorry.
Typically, whenever I've used it, I've only been able to put 1 or 2 things to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 is actually pretty decent.
Yeah, 3's not bad.
Alright, so
Okay, cool.
as you
And who's getting Discord messages?
Not me.
Okay, because I keep hearing the book pop up.
oh, I
I
thought
was thinking too.
well,
I thought Peter was trying to send me sexy pics, but it wasn't.
that's on a different account, Travis.
That's disappointing.
Oh, that's Snapchat.
There you go. That's how you do it. Alright, so as Scarlet, wow. As even though your name is right now, I was even looking at your name too. As Iris casts her spell and 3 of them drop, everyone else starts like getting in battle position. Eugene falls asleep as well.
Did I get a chance to pop off my rating reaction?
Yeah, go ahead.
Did we? So who's left standing? Is it the orcs?
There's about 3 orcs and 2 goblins.
Okay, I will shoot at an orc. Did the orc see me?
No.
Okay, so because they're an unseen attacker, would this be considered an attack with advantage?
Correct.
Okay. Natural 17 for a total of 23.
That hits.
Where?
Does it hit, Peter?
Yeah, I said that hits. Sorry.
Sorry. Is this currently a surprise round?
Yes.
Then this is treated as a critical hit.
Okay.
Because of my assassinate feature or being a rogue.
Yeah, boy.
34 points of damage.
All right. So as Eugene falls asleep, but he hits his head and goes out. You just totally headshot this orc. Don't look at me like that. This orc straight to the head, and it falls down to the ground, dead and lifeless.
And then am I able to sort of hide again?
If you have a bonus action type, go for it.
Will allow me to hide. For a total of 19.
All right, you are hidden. The rest of you will hear Eugene go, well, this is going to be awkward. As he's just now swinging.
No, I'm there. Whenever they go down, I'm gonna cut his spines.
All right, you go ahead. They're like, the orcs are ready and everything for like combat. You cut his vines and he falls, and they just look at Eugene, and he just looks up at them and smiles like, was it me? So we will go in initiative order. So May-Ighe, it is your turn.
I'm going to shoot at the next orc.
All right.
Did they see me?
No, they have not seen you.
So do I still get advantage?
Yep.
Another natural 17 is the highest. So we are looking at a 23.
That hits.
And then I need to look up a ruling of the PHP.
Go for it.
About the assassinate. So I'm just looking to see, since they haven't acted in combat yet, if that also counts as a critical hit.
Okay.
I would say yes. But I am only a lonely bard. I carried a guide to show off the dinner they made to the rest of my family, and I just decided to send a picture of the burger I made.
Yeah.
It said, I did a thing too. And my family's now like, congratulations, Sarah, you made food.
They're so bad.
Well, I'm going to add that.
The crowd.
So this is what it says, Peter. You have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in the combat yet. In addition, any hit you score against a creature that is surprised is a critical hit. And that's all it says on it.
If they were surprised, it would be a critical hit. I think they were fairly surprised. Because they still have no idea what is going on.
Well, you can.
If they haven't acted in combat.
Correct.
That's. I can see both sides of this, only because they technically are not surprised anymore because they know that something's out there. Now it goes for the initial attack. Obviously, they haven't activated in combat yet. But since Travis does have the ability to where as long as he's stealthy and hasn't been seen, he gets the sneak attack with it. As for the not acting in initiative, that's where like surprise round gets really broken. So that would mean everyone who goes before them will get a critical hit as long as they hit, correct?
Well, this is for my rogue assassin.
Oh, it's only for your rogue assassin.
Yes.
Okay, in that case, then yes, that's fine. I can agree to that because they have not yet. I thought it was going for everyone.
No, I was looking up the rules for the assassinate feature.
Okay, then yes, that's fine. Yes.
Okay. 32, 33 points of damage.
All right, dead.
And then I'm going to do my cunning action to hide.
All right.
Natural 20 or 28.
You are the shadows.
Dude, something happened. When I had my ass handed to me, I was like, fuck shit up.
Okay, so after May-Ighe, we'll go with Core. What's that?
How many enemies are there again?
Let's see. They were.
2 orcs and 2 goblins.
So
Yes.
now there should be 2 goblins.
Yeah, so there's 2 goblins and 1 orc left.
1 orc. That's okay. Great.
No, it's a 3 and 5 combination.
Because 2 of the goblins are asleep.
That's 3 of the goblins all asleep.
3 of the goblins are asleep. I went and told them to go night night. That's literally what I sang to cast that spell.
Nice.
Whenever I cast sleep, that is the song I sing.
Yeah.
Cast the spell.
I like it.
Or will cast Sacred Flame on the orc. You have to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Okay. Does an 18 pass?
Yes.
Okay.
Close.
Very dexterous orc.
What is this?
These are actually a traveling circus.
I'm saying, is he an acrobat?
He's an You guys just like, they just want to know how to cook, but yet you guys are slaughtering them. Would that be it for Core?
Yeah, for now.
Okay. So after Core, we will go with Leander.
Who's in front of me?
Anyone you want. So you just you can charge into the camp and then just slice on a goblin or orc if you want.
I don't want to do that. I do have that. What's it do?
Going to bathroom BRB, AC is 14.
Of you until the end of your next turn.
Oh, I like that. Let's do that. How do I do it?
It's a bonus action.
Oh. My bonus action, I'm going to do Daunting Roar.
Alright, tell me what it does.
It says, as a bonus action, you can let out an especially menacing roar. Creatures of your choice within 10 feet of you that can hear you must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become frightened of you until the end of your next turn.
Alright, so are you going to run up to them, to where like the goblins and orcs are and just roar. Yeah. Okay. So Leander just runs into the battle, gets like to where like the one orc standing and the two goblins are like right next to him, and I'm assuming he's just going to let out a loud roar.
Yeah, you have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Alright, so I rolled and I got a natural 20. So it looks like they stand their ground. It looks like they're standing their ground, and it looks like they're in their eyes as you roar at them, that they do have a purpose of being here. So they look like they're going to defend whatever is in this camp.
And then I want to attack with my claws.
All right, go for it. All right, that hits.
What's one because of your turn?
A 1.
What's one for that or damage?
Damage.
Okay, so do a 1d4. Yes. That's 4.
6.
All right, 6 to a goblin or orc.
Orc.
All right. So orc will still be up, but it is badly wounded. Do you have any other attacks?
No.
All right. So after Leander, then, who is right up on them, we go to Iris.
Oh, wait, we have, what, 2 goblins and a...
One orc who's wounded, and then 2 goblins.
I'm gonna go after one of the goblins.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast, you can pick which one, I don't care. I'm going to cast Hellish Rebuke.
Oh, God.
So you have to save a dex saving.
It failed. Rolled a 5.
What?
I rolled a 5.
Oh, shit.
So I can do the other 2 just fine. It's just not Hellish Rebuke, apparently.
So that's 18 damage.
A reaction to getting hit.
Wait, is this Hellish Rebuke?
Hellish Rebuke, yeah.
Is Hellish Rebuke a reaction? Or can you cast it normally?
Casting time.
Mine's a reaction. Maybe it's different with the bard.
No, okay, it's a reaction, never mind. Damn it!
It's okay. I'm forgetting that a lot.
Okay, so I'm just gonna, in that case, I am going... What else do I have?
Masha's hideous laughter.
No, I don't have that. I have vicious mockery though.
Vicious mockery.
Let's cast Shatter instead.
Oh, shatter their feelings.
Exactly.
He's just gonna pull a Leander quote.
Basically. I want this color. So, fuck, what are the things for Shatter? I don't know.
Shatter, I barely know her.
Dear Lord, don't ever.
Alright, I'll just leave.
So, 10-foot radius, not including anyone in my party. So if I can get 2 of them within a 10-foot radius, that'd be great. As long as it doesn't include anyone in my party.
10-4. I'll say you find a way around it to do it.
10-foot. Perfect. Constitution saving throw.
Damn. Nat 20.
Fuck.
These orcs and goblins.
They still had to take half,
So I
right?
have just one.
Oh, sorry. 1 passed.
So, okay, so the one that's not passing is taking 16 damage.
All right, dead. So we have 1 orc and 1 goblin.
The one that passed the save is taking 8 damage.
Oh, he dead too.
Oh, they both did now.
Yeah, they have 7 HP.
Oh, okay.
They both dead. If that is the end turn for you.
Yeah, that'll be it.
All right, Fuego.
Alright, so. Is there a goblin next to me? I feel like I should go
Just
after
an
the goblin.
orc. Just 1 orc that's already been damaged who's fighting Leander.
Alright, well, I'll just do a little fire his way. Let's go with, as soon as I pull my damn page back up, Firebolt.
Yeah.
Firebolt's good.
Firebolt. Casting at that dude. Let's see what we got here. That's 11.
So 11 on orc. That would miss. Do you have anything, bonus actions or anything?
Just nothing that will take in this particular version. If I was my other character, I would have something different.
We'll get there. Great.
Level 3.
Wait, aren't you guys? Oh yeah, you guys are all level 3. I was like, wait, aren't you already level 3?
I mean, we should be level
30.
30.
Oh, level 30. Level 36. That would be a crazy ass game. All right, so we'll go with the orcs. The orc will attack Leander since Leander is the closest one. Does a 16 hit?
No, it just misses.
Oh, wow. All right. So the orc will grind his hands into his great axe and swing at Leander, just barely missing him. So we'll go back to the top since the orc was the only one left. May I? Oh, sorry, Eugene. Eugene is going to look at the orc and just look at him and go, this was him, not me, but we can fix it. Go ahead and put down your weapon. Alright. The orc puts down his weapon and then puts his hand behind his head. So we will break initiative.
I shoot at the orc.
I was gonna say I was gonna firebolt it.
Alright, go for it. Both of you at the same time.
Did the orc see my stealth of 28?
It did not see you.
Out of it? Would they be considered surprise?
Yep.
So 20. So we're looking at a 19 for me
It hits.
to hit. And it would count as a critical since they're surprised.
Yep.
You're just like, fuck.
29 damage.
How about you, Fuego?
I don't even need to do anything after that, but nonetheless, I missed.
What you get?
I got 11.
Well, okay, yeah, that would.
Unless that's its AC.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's go. You hit. We'll say magically you hit.
A 9 damage.
All right. So as this orc drops his weapon, gets on his hands and knees right in front of Leander and puts his, hands above his head, you guys just see a dart an arrow, fly through this guy's eye and out the head, and then a firebolt goes through the other eye and out his head, and then falls and collapses. And Eugene goes, "You fucking idiots!"
Over the highway, I ask Iris, how long does your thing last?
I think, an hour, but I could be wrong. Until they take damage or someone uses an action to slap or shake them awake.
It would be an hour.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will come back out, and I will put away my bows and arrow, and I will loot the dead corpses because someone else is dealing with Eugene.
And we'll loot corpses as well.
Is anyone gonna untie me?
I thought someone else was doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Fuego did it.
I did that when I went to sleep.
Yeah, he did it during the surprise
I
round.
just thought you cut him down.
No, well, the original thing I said was I was gonna cut the 10 spines.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so you go. He would just sit back up and just go. Oh, God damn it. He'll walk into one of the tents that the camp has as you guys are looting the bodies. So as you guys loot the bodies, you will find scimitars. So these are for the goblins. So small scimitars, small short bows. No gold or copper or silver. So you find about 5 of those of armor as well. They have leather armor and shields, small shields. For the orcs, you will find 3 great axes with 3, 6, 9 javelins and hide armor as well.
Iris, I see you're writing. Are you writing down the stuff?
Yeah.
Well, I think both Iris and I are doing that.
Okay, yeah, I only have 4 of you on the screen at once.
I am a note taker.
Fuego, did you write down your 200 gold that you took?
I did. I have that. Yep.
Great. So I'll take that off my thing. So there were 5. There was 5 of those, and then 3. I'm gonna take one of the leather armors from the goblins, the one that's in the best condition, and put it on because I need the armor.
All right. Okay. So the rest of the group, I'm assuming, will come into where the bodies are. The goblins are again still asleep. As you guys are looting and everything. As you guys get done looting, Eugene will come out. He will be followed by elderly, children, and cripples.
What?
Eugene.
Elderly, children, and cripples.
Yep. Those are the ones who are following right behind him. And Eugene will go, "You just killed their bodyguards. They are refugees hiding from the cold."
Well, now they can run free and go do their thing.
Now that was their bodyguards, not prisoners.
But they were. That doesn't.
when you guys, I'm assuming, came to camp when I was tied up there, I was joking around with them because they wanted to determine the best route because they thought I was working with the cult. I would have told you that, but you told me to shut up and stop talking, so I turned off my Irene.
So basically, everything is May-Ighe's fault.
And by the time I was able to say something, May-Ighe, you shot an orc in the face.
Iris is just gonna look at May-Ighe and just be like, I want to murder you so badly.
I did find out, though, as I was, joking around with these orcs, that most of this land is taken over by the dragon cult. That a lot of even the orcs have fallen to the dragon cult. They put up a fight. They did obviously really well. But there's some who are like children or elderly who are more needed protection have tried to fled. These ones came to the mountains like we did, but soon they discovered that the cult was moving that way, so they were making their way back to Greenest. But they found me thinking, because most of the cultists are humans, they thought I was one. So they were going to take me back to interrogate me. I didn't find out that information until I actually got to camp.
Okay, all of you guys heard this on the iRing. I'm not the only one that thought that he was being kidnapped. I'm not the only one that thought that.
I don't have an Irene, so.
Well, if you hadn't told him to shut up, maybe we would have known more information.
You also didn't have to be so descriptive. I feel like he was in danger.
Well, to be fair, I kind of was in the beginning, but I'll take my responsibility and blame on that. So these deaths are as well on my hands. But since we are going to Greenest, we can have them.
I say we can take them
come
with
into
us. We can act as their surrogate bodyguards.
We happen to have a couple of wagons.
Yeah.
And luckily, once these goblins wake up, they can at least inform us on more of like locations since they're very familiar with the area.
They got 3 of them.
Well, at least you made them go to sleep and not kill them.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Deception's one of my things, so, it's like we can just, make up some shit.
Persuasion's my thing, so I can convince you of that.
To be fair, I don't think they're going to really put much of a fight because A, they can't, and B, they know as well as anyone else what goblins and orcs are, so they're fully aware of their situation in life. Because these orcs and goblins did raid these nearby human towns, so they're not fully good here.
Not fully innocent.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's your enemy is now getting kicked by another enemy. So, unfortunately, this is what happens when a cult comes to power. So, you don't have to feel bad, May-Ighe. I would say.
Not this time.
Not this time. Wait, when did you feel bad? I'm kidding, that was a joke.
May-Ighe just comes over and then puts his hand on like his elbow or as high as he goes, and I'm just glad that you're not dead. Gives it a pat, and then walks over to Iris and goes, I don't know, I'm sorry, and then walks in a random direction, ashamed.
Iris is just gonna give him a fucking death glare.
Don't be too hard on him, Iris. That's all.
Iris could have saved technically more lives if she had known more information.
Unfortunately, as much as I agree with that, a lot of things has happened, they happen really quickly. So in his defense, again, when you see orcs and goblins, you would assume one thing. Especially in this world where orcs and goblins, if they're not in a city or metropolis or anything, they are revered as evil.
Fair. And at least we did spare 3.
Yeah, so I wouldn't blame him too much. Again, you guys have been through a lot of shit so far, so.
I mean, part of me's still gonna, like, part of Iris is still gonna be mad, but at the same time, she's like, okay, you know, we spared 3, so maybe I should cut up some slack a little bit. We did get Eugene back, so.
Just make sure you let him know that.
Yeah. I guess I'll go walk after him.
Thank you, Iris.
And I'll catch up in very short time because he is small.
But he has a big heart. I don't even get a thank you for that. All right, I see how it is, May-Ighe. Fuck you.
May-Ighe didn't hear that because he walked away.
I know.
Sarah was about to say something and definitely should not.
Oh my. What you got packing in there?
I'll leave it for the fan.
Oh my god.
All right. So as May-Ighe walks off, and then Eugene has a little small conversation with Iris, and Iris will walk off and catch up. What does the rest of the group in the camp want to do?
The elderly and the children, what race are they again?
A mix between goblins and orcs.
What kind of state do they look like they're in?
Some of them look like they've suffered battle wounds. Some look like they have some small illnesses. Again, these are mainly refugees off of the current state of this part of the world, of the land. Eugene or whoever else speaks Goblin will translate and just say they understand if you don't want to heal them, because obviously they don't deserve to be healed by anyone not of their race. But if you do, they won't deny.
Can I help out and like, because she's proficient in medicine. So she's gonna like patch some people up and just help out.
Remember that we still have those nice healing flowers.
Oh, yeah. Make some healing tea. Alright, so we'll say
It's
that.
real below.
Again, the looting, you guys got those. Healing the sick and elderly and everything like that. So what is Fuego doing at this current moment?
Fuego is just fireworks. Yeah. I'd like to see if there's, and I apologize. I'm actually looking through something.
All good.
I thought I had something to do with some. One of my trades was being able to speak Goblin because I had like a thing against goblins or something like that. And I'm trying to. I think it's my other one. I think it's my one-shot Fuego and not my third level Fuego.
Okay.
So I think I messed that up, thinking that I could do something that I don't think I actually can. But I would like to look through the other tents, if at all possible, see if there's anything cool. Since I do have my, here, do it this way. Recast, God damn it, what's it called? Detect Magic, and look through the other stuff just to see if I can find anything magical.
Okay. So I'll go with what you're doing, and then we'll get to Iris and May-Ighe. So as you go to one of the tents, which kind of looks like a war room / meeting area, conference room. There's a map on the table, and there's pieces of what you can safely assume are different tribe symbols. Those are what's given off to be magic, and it's showing exactly where they are on the map and where they're moving to. So there's about a good 4 other tribes other than this one that are moving around this. It looks like they're trying to make it to the coast to either A, get a boat, fucking sail, get out of here, or
With the refugees, right? That's what you're talking about?
Yeah, you can safely assume they're refugees. It doesn't say how many of them are. It just shows you, hey, this one is still moving. This one is staying still, the one you're at. So 5 total, minus the one you're at. So 4 other ones are moving, or they're stationed like a camp. So those things are magical. To look at the map, there does look like there is one heading to the tunnel entrance of the mountains. There is one that looks like it's heading to the middle town down below, next to the coast. There's one that looks like it's in between the left and middle town, so in that forest area, if you're looking at the map. We're on where you guys are at. And then one at the coast. So
is this like Harry Potter map where it moves whenever they move?
Yeah.
That's convenient.
Yeah, so it doesn't, again, show you how many of them are they, or like what the conditions. It's just whatever they're holding to signify that they're all together, or it's moving. That's where those locations are. So then we'll go. So that's really the only magical thing in this room. That will be great later on if you do something with it. But we'll jump over to Iris and May-Ighe. As Iris catches up to May-Ighe.
We made a mistake attacking. It's understandable. And at least we did say that, like, 3 of the goblins, and we got Eugene out. That was the main purpose. Like, that was our sole purpose. Was, Eugene was captured, as far as we knew. So don't blame yourself too much. Yeah, the situation sucks because we killed their bodyguards, and now we're essentially their bodyguards, but, it's not a total error.
It's getting hard. It's seeming like everything that I'm doing, I guess I'm just taking things on myself harder now than before. I don't want to make the mistakes that led into our party being killed.
No one was killed. To be honest, we probably could have been killed had we not been careful. We could easily talk to the goblins that, I put to sleep and convince them. I mean, they're fairly simple creatures, so we should be fine. At least in this instance. But, things are only going to get harder from here. And to be honest, yeah, it's going to suck. Trust me, I've been in this position before. I will be in this position 20 times over until the day I die. It's going to get harder. But if we're doing the right things, the hard is what kind of makes it worth it in the end. We have to be able to make the hard decisions, and we have to be able to, take the repercussions and consequences in stride. So, yeah, it's going to suck. It's going to get hard. But sometimes the hard
not to sound cheesy, if anyone's ever seen this movie, the heart is what makes it great. If you don't know that quote, I'm thoroughly disappointed in you as human beings.
I don't get it. So.
Won't be the first time I heard that.
It's from A League of Their Own. Go watch it.
Oh, it's the baseball league.
Women's baseball, yes.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
Yeah.
Go watch it. I love that movie. There's no crying in baseball.
He sort of chuckles a little bit, and then he goes to give you a hug.
I felt it's very good.
Bend down and hug him back so she's on his level.
Alright, so now we go and wake up the goblins, yeah?
Yeah, I'd say so.
And they don't know that we attacked because they fell asleep, so
Right.
that's convenient. We could even say that, we just came up on someone else attacking them.
Although, to be fair, didn't the children and the people with disabilities...
The elderly see us do that? Yeah, probably.
And they come out and then see all of these orcs with arrows in their heads.
I'd say we tell them the truth and use some charismatic persuasion.
I'm gonna
by yours truly.
Yes. I'm gonna let you do that because you do that very well. I'm just gonna hide behind you.
That's fair.
Okay. So I'm gonna let you do your thing.
Okay. So let's go wake up the 3 goblins.
Alrighty.